Can we work it out? Only time will tell. It's gonna take a lot, 'cause we've been through hell. I can't be without you. I've tried and I failed. So can we work it out? Only time will tell. Why do you keep telling me nothing? But I know all your flaws, at least they say something. Still I try to connect with you through your eyes. Your eyes. What is on your mind? I think it's time to speak. I have crossed the line, but no, not just me. I'm feeling something that goes beyond us. Can we work it out? Only time will tell. It's gonna take a lot, 'cause we've been through hell. I can't be without you. I've tried and I failed. So can we work it out? Yeah, only time will tell. I still want all of you and I know all your colors. And I guess 'cause of that I can think of no others. Yeah, I need you to breathe. Without you I'm lost. I'm lost, yeah. What is on your mind? I think it's time to speak. I have crossed the line, but no, not just me. I'm feeling something that goes beyond us. Can we work it out? Only time will tell. It's gonna take a lot, 'cause we've been through hell. I can't be without you. I've tried and I failed. So can we work it out? Yeah, only time will tell. Only time will tell. Work it out. No, no. What is on your mind? I think it's time to speak. I have crossed the line, but no, not just me. I'm feeling something that goes beyond us. Can we work it out? Only time will tell. It's gonna take a lot, 'cause we've been through hell. I can't be without you. I've tried and I failed. So can we work it out? Yeah, only time will tell. Ooh, only time will tell. Ooh, tell. Ooh.
Been 20 nights and 20 days, lost without a friendly face. No reflection from my soul. Emptiness is rising tall. Calling to my brighter side, wishing for a place to hide, a place to leave the dark in me forever and never. Chasing sunlight, racing for life, breaking silence to master the lies. You can tell the story, but I can deal. Telling it again doesn't make it real. I am on the run, I am chasing light. I'm finally a part of the race for life. 20 days. I was drifting out of space. I turned away from every sound, from everything that shook my ground. But slowly I would start to change. Feel the light within my range. The aberration time is due forever and ever. Chasing sunlight, racing for life, breaking silence to master the lies. You can tell a story, but I can deal. Telling it again doesn't make it real. I am on the run, I am chasing light. I'm finally a part of the race for life. 20 nights and 20 days, lost without a friendly face. Chasing sunlight, racing for life, breaking silence to master the lies. You can tell a story, but I can deal. Telling it again doesn't make it real. I am on the run, I am chasing light. I'm finally a part of the race for life. I'm finally a part of the race for life. I'm finally a part.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Time Treaders, Protectors of Time. I am your very dapper Kenny Williams, and let me bring in the rest of my team. And, Rex, I think
What?
we just landed. Where are we?
Um,
I hear this loud droning outside, and,
I don't know.
Tress, do you know where we are?
No. Might as well stick your head out and find out.
Checks watch. Oh no, it's all called Tiny Wivey.
Also,
I don't
hey
even-
Lemon, how are you? There's a Dalek offering you a soda and popcorn. Apparently.
Punctuation would be nice in that particular sentence. Also offering human popcorn and a
Yes.
soda.
It's this punctuation nonsense.
Well, while we decide what the Dalek's gonna do and what the other person's gonna do, let us
Thank
introduce
you.
ourselves. Let me go to this screen. Hello, I am Kenny Williams, aka RT Studios, Patrick Kenny. I play Kenny Williams, as you probably figured out by my beautiful dapper outfit.
And the fact that you've said it twice. Sorry.
No, that we told the Dalek not to exterminate anyone today. You're in safe hands.
Yeah, this is the Dalek that had gone down the hallway and then said, "Oh bugger, I lost them." So he's a nice one.
He's just here to offer cream soda and popcorn and light refreshments. All right. Yes, I'm P. Kenny, aka RT Studios. As I said, play Kenny Williams. You're a very shooty fish man in a very dapper suit. Yes, I'm wearing a tie, not the bow tie today. But
he
I'm
wanted Pat's doll made. Nice. I love it.
Now. Shakes finger at Dalek. All right, I'm gonna pass it over to our dear friend down here.
I suppose that's me.
Yes, that is you, dear heart.
Yes.
Hi, I am Katie Wynn, and I play Tress, the Time Lord of the group.
Who has put the fear of themselves in many things.
Yes. Well, you know.
The Dalek rolls over to Tress. Pop, 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 pop card.
Go if you want to remain in this reality. Anyway, I play the songstress, and who goes by Tress. She has a third name, but nobody knows it but me and Trish. But, yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Trish, your turn.
Yes, dear. I am your wonderful, wonderful, your wonderful, wonderful time master. I also play Rags, who you guys just got back, so she's going to be just a wee bit rattled. But I also am going to be playing some bad guys, and you guys are moving to a brand new time period, which means, Brett, I do not have I have the book. I don't have the book with me. But I can look it up on my little PDF. You guys get to do the navigating the time stream.
Oh yes, that thing.
Yes, that thing. Well, we get to it.
Yep.
So, my lovelies, Rags is rattled. Oh no.
Raggle.
Yes. Raggled. I am not. Well, no. I guess. Never mind. My poor brain, my cobalt brain. Wow. I'll tell you how raggled I was. I went out with Lady Marian and her hubby last night, and we both thought it was Saturday night.
On the town.
It was actually Friday. We both went out, and
Yeah.
he was getting some extra stuff, and I craved chocolate, so which I have. I'm not going to show you. I'm not going to show you what I've got because we don't do product placement. We can't.
Yeah.
But
So, and do you want to read the recap? And then I will read. If you want to, you can read the.
What recap?
Oh, I guess whatever happened last episode.
Oh yes, you mean the one that you didn't know that was going to happen, or that you weren't here for, dear hurt.
Yes. What episode are we talking about again?
That was the last episode.
All I remember was I was in my van doing surveillance.
Yeah, you were in the van doing surveillance. You have absolutely no idea what was going on inside the house. Well, actually, you do know a little bit. What
Yes,
happened?
a little bit.
What happened last time is Tress was contacted by Rags's mom, Lady Mary, after profusely apologizing to Tress for, making her eyes go cross. Then Lady Mary appeared and proceeded to berate Williams for losing Rags.
Wasn't my fault.
Williams got flustered, went, yes, ma'am, yes, ma'am, yes, ma'am, and then immediately after this, decided to go outside and do some surveillance so he could, locate Rags. Whereupon, Tress and Sarah went to explore the house. And they found some hidden passageways. Because this is an old house, I mean, it would have hidden passageways. They found a hidden basement that had a person who was being the T word, which they ended up rescuing. And then they found, or rather, Tress found Rags bolted down to a table opposite of the leader of this lovely cult named Aurora. They had a very intense showdown. Rags got away with the help of one little ball of light named what was the ball of light named?
Lacey.
Lacey. Yes, Lacey. The Aurora, beaten and battered after this first interaction with someone obviously superior to her, got away, and the whole top of this stately home was a was a spaceship. Everybody managed to get out. Sarah took the young lady with her back to unit. Tress noticed that there was a black van in the front, opened the door, and found Williams.
Hi there. Definitely not in a black van, doing absolutely nothing wrong. Ignore all the fancy blinking lights and all the servers behind me. This is perfectly normal for a black van that is unmarked and definitely not a surveillance van. Number one.
For what it's worth, her face just looks like she could destroy the planet with a look.
Yep.
And she just looks at you, blank faced.
As
Turns and walks
he's
back.
like holding one of the controllers for like literally one of these for the cameras, and he's like, okay. As he sets it down.
Yes.
Yep.
Right. Oh yes. Oh yes. Yes. Yes.
Yep.
Yes. Yes. At any rate, so as I fiddle around and make sure that I'm on the.
I'm gonna send you the script for today's episode. At least the opening, because I wrote something. I don't know if you want to read it, but that's up to you.
Well, and I probably will end up reading it. But keep in mind, we are going to go back in time just a little bit so we know what Williams was doing while Tress was discovering where Rags was and having the ultimate showdown with this leader of this particular cult. And I don't think Tress has fully recovered from that particular anger.
Yep. As we have a cutscene to that particular previously on.
Today on Time Treaders, Protectors of Time, the companions discover that they aren't in Kansas anymore, but actually travel back to World War II during the height of the Nazi occupation. Yes, we're going to be punching Nazis. Or somebody's going to be punching Nazis. But something doesn't seem right. As our crew pondered this and bombshells rained down around them, it's only a matter of time that they start hearing that unfortunate tune, the Song of War. Join us today in the gripping episode of terror, love, passion, and adventure in Time Treaders, Protectors of Time. Season 1, Episode 6, Melody of Malice.
And we'll be right back after the opening intro. Stay tuned. And we're back.
Heh.
Eventually he'll get the
So-
timing right.
Huh?
Said eventually he'll get the timing right.
Very true. Very true. I
Sorry,
like that.
I'm in a saucy mood.
I can
I'm
understand
sorry,
that.
this all these buttons in this fan. One of them has to be the button for all the live streaming stuff. I'm sorry, which one was it?
And this is why I don't allow you to pilot the TARDIS.
Yes.
How do you fly that thing
Anyway.
again? Sorry.
Any rate, so while Tress was wandering around in the really cool, stately home, discovering new and interesting things, we
Yeah.
cut to Williams running outside. Williams, you have just been told off by Rax's mom.
Yep.
There's not much that scares the crap out of you.
Beads of sweat is dripping down his face a little bit.
Just
His
a little
hair
bit.
is a little bit unkept and like sweaty, like my hair is right now. And he's in his suit, obviously, butler outfit. Steps outside, and what does he see?
Well, you see, are you coming up the back or are you coming up the front?
He is opening the side panel door on this van.
No, I mean out of the building.
Oh, out of the building. Okay.
Yes.
Well, since his van was parked at the back, he's coming out of the back.
All right. So you come out the back. It's a stately home with a wonderful garden area. So your van is kind of parked in the back, but you know that.
Service lot.
Well, you could put stuff. You've already put stuff in the back here.
Yeah.
That's like doing their
Surveillance.
thing.
Yeah.
But you haven't put stuff out in the front because, well, what happened was is that you went in, you had your meeting with Tress, and then you got scared out of your wits by Lady Mary.
So he's heading to the van to collect the stuff to put up front.
Exactly.
Mhm.
So you're collecting your stuff. What are you collecting?
He's collecting well, he's collecting essentially he's collecting some of his tracking equipment from his bounty hunting days.
Mm-hmm.
So like he's bunch of motion sensors, essentially like there's this thing called a GDT. No, not Chat GPT. GDT as in David is a grid dynamic trap.
All right.
And what it does is it's basically like a laser grid that's infrared. But when you step inside it, it traps the individual in a laser orb.
Mm-hmm.
And contains their movement for up to like an orb or like 5-foot radius around them.
Right.
So basically, they can't move within a 5-foot radius.
Right.
And it knocks them prone when they are trapped.
Okay.
It's grabbing that, and then some basic like pinhole cameras, some sound sensors, other basic equipment. The primary thing is this GDT that he has.
Right.
Mhm.
All right.
So he's carrying these like tripod-looking things outside. And what these GDT look like are, like those surveyor tripod things that you see surveyors use when they're like doing road work or they're putting up a new building or something like that. It looks like one of those, but with like a fancy kind of like apparatus on it that's like a pivot PTZ camera on top.
Mm-hmm.
But there's 3 of these that he has to set up in a triangulation position.
All right.
So
So
they work within a 5-yard radius of each other.
Right. Okay. So you're putting this out in the front, right?
Yes.
Okay. So you go out in the front, and what you see in the front is it's the front lawn of this. There's a
Yep.
great big uh the uh,
Driveway.
road,
Yeah.
driveway drives all the way up, comes up like to the front of the house, and then drives off. So
Yeah.
you can do like a big turn.
Yeah.
Um,
Horseshoe driveway, basically.
yeah, a horseshoe driveway. It originally it was set up so then when people were on carriages, they didn't have to walk through the mud to get to
Yep.
wherever it was
Mhm.
they were going. Um. So you walk out. You're setting up your surveillance equipment.
Yep.
And I want you to roll me a perception check.
Passive perception of 11 comes into play.
No, this is active.
Oh, active perception. Okay. I didn't know which
Active
type of perception.
I said
is one. Okay, so I just roll one of these bad boys on my bed. Excuse me.
mhm.
15 plus 1,
Fif-
16.
Nice.
Mhm.
As you're setting these things up, you get the sense that you yourself are being watched.
He switches on the like his when he came out from the back, he's actually wearing not his underneath his cloaking device or his perception filter, he's wearing this if it wasn't on, but he's
Right.
wearing actually a construction outfit, like a surveyor's outfit.
Okay.
So if
But
someone's
you
looking
yeah.
intently, they'll think, oh, they're just installing a new fountain out front because there's no fountain. So yeah.
It isn't that kind of a feeling,
Okay.
Williams.
But he's on
And
edge,
then
yeah.
yeah, he's on edge.
Mhm.
And then you hear the thump, 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 thump.
He turns
Come on.
around.
And what you see,
Mhm.
I actually have a description of this particular individual. A 5 foot tall, wearing green Suntaran armor.
Is it a Centauran?
It is a Suntaran. And actually,
Have I ever
I
met one of these species before?
you have.
Okay.
Remember when we started, your
Yes.
contact at the station was a Suntaran.
Oh yes, you're right. Is this him?
Right. No, this isn't.
Okay.
Although I do want you to roll me a history.
Sure. Check my history. Score +2.
Yep.
That is 11, 12, 13. Not the best,
13.
but it's okay.
Well, you know at least his name.
All right.
This is Dern Stiddle the Hunter. He is a bounty hunter like yourself.
Mr. Dern. Pleasure meeting
too.
you here.
He is doing a charge at you.
Now, Mr. Dern, we can talk about this the easy way, as he's reaching over his shoulder for like one of his what looks like a stanchion, like one of his his backpack, as he pulls out Bertha.
Oh, well, yeah. He already has some.
The hard way.
Yeah, he already has what looks like to be a heavy blaster in his hands.
All right, I guess we're doing it the hard way. He opens fire with Bertha.
Okay, so you're gonna start this particular little fight.
Sure, because Centaurs like fights. Yeah.
Yes, they do.
Mhm.
Why do you think he's charging you? Actually, there's another reason, but go.
4 to hit, and then 3d8.
Okay, what did you roll?
So I
Oh,
have
to
to
hit?
I have to roll. Well, I have a
You have,
no, not 4 to hit. I have a 4 +4 in my rifle.
right.
That's what I was saying. Sorry, bad.
Okay.
17 +4.
Does not hit. Oh, wait, 17 plus 4? No, that does
Yep.
hit. Sorry.
Yep. 3d8. Where's my d8? I'm gonna roll this over here next to this. 5, 4,
Uh-huh.
5. If you need the calculation of the total damage, let me know.
Okay, so what you said 5,
14,
4, 5?
14 damage total.
14. Thank you. That is what I was wanting.
You're good. I got you.
You shot, and now it's
Mhm.
his turn.
Yep.
That is a natural 20.
Can I use my reaction shield?
Okay. That is a 25, dear heart.
Oh, okay, so that doesn't count, actually.
Yeah, that does not count.
It breaks through my shield.
Yes,
As
it
he
does.
throws up his arms like this, and like a holographic like matrix comes up, and this bulrush of a Centauran just smashes through this holographic shield like it's tinfoil.
5, 8. Wow.
So I have to keep track of my lot points.
4. At least I tinked on that one. Let's see, that's 10. That's 15. 6, 11. That is 31 points of damage with his first shot.
31?
31.
I am down to 1 hit point. I fall to my knees.
Oh, okay. Well, that certainly took the
As a last ditch effort, as
Hang on.
once it becomes my turn again.
Well, it's still his.
Yes, I know. Once I said once it becomes my turn again.
Okay. He does the first shot, you go down.
Mhm.
He stops just before, and he's holding the heavy blaster like over your head.
Yep.
Surrender in the name of the Staran Empire.
Using logical argument,
Okay.
I check what's at your feet, good sir. He has rolled out a temporal detonator and is armed it at his feet. Either you lower your weapon or that thing goes off, and both of us get shunted into a different dimension. Your choice, good sir.
He growls. He has not. Well, technically, he has lowered his weapon, but he's lowered it down at you. Just kind of the way that this works.
I think fast. 30 seconds.
Are you holding it, or is it just at your feet?
It's at
Or
his.
just,
It's at both of our feet.
well, you're down.
Yeah,
So
he's rolled it out onto the ground in front of him. When he
Okay.
fell down, he was planning this.
Okay. The Centauran
Mhm.
looks at you, smiles, picks up the grenade
Hmm.
and nonchalantly throws it behind him with very much force.
It detonates, and half of one of the topiaries disappears and turns into a rotting tree.
Pretty much, but it doesn't affect you or him.
Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. There's now just a dead tree in the yard, looking out of place. He says,
Yeah. Basically, he says, "What is your mission here?"
"To retrieve an ally. What is your mission?"
What is always the mission of a Centauran? To get
Yes, to grow the empire. Heard this story so many times. What's the guy's name? Sorry to
You
ask you
understand.
that again.
That's fine.
Wasn't it like Dawn or
Okay.
something?
This is a name that I actually
Yeah.
rolled up.
Yep.
So I like the hunter bit. It was the rest of it was kind of a
Yeah.
little weird. Okay, it's uh, I'm I'm here to recover number 2 from the library.
Yeah.
This is not a library, but that is very good. I like it. This is DIRNE Stin Tool.
All right. Dinston 2. Okay.
Yeah, the hunter.
All right. So he says after that statement, he says, "Mr. Din, do you know by chance?" And he gives the name of, the alias of his charge, Williams's charge. The his basically Centauran contact.
No, I do not.
It would do you good to know that I have been working on a contract for the Empire. Not this particular contract, but another contract. And if you are so keen on getting in way of this contract, I do implore you and advise you that the Centauran Empire will suffer if I do not complete said contract. Using parlay.
Using parlay. Now, what does that do?
Page at 111.
111.
Mm-hmm. If I'm correct.
Yes, you are. So he has to roll a saving throw,
Yep.
a wisdom saving throw, which is not one of his better ones. So this.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Williams
Oh,
is pulling up all the stops.
oh, owie! Oh, that's a 7.
Yep.
That's way below your saving throw, isn't it?
Yep.
Okay. He brings up his weapon and he holds it kind of like it, because it's obviously a heavy weapon. He brings it up and he's holding it in one hand. What is this job that you have for the Empire?
To retrieve a very valuable and prized criminal who goes by the name of Tress. She is the most wanted in the entire empire. My mission is to retrieve her alive.
Now he's going to do something.
Mm-hmm.
He's actually going to roll insight. See if
Yep.
you're lying or not. Insight is also not one of his better
Yep.
things there. That is An 11. Are you lying?
No, I am not. He was given that mission.
All right.
And technically, he's not lying.
Technically, he's not lying, but it's still well. Okay. He. Williams, he tends to do an awful lot of growling as
Yeah.
he's contemplating what
Mhm.
he's been told.
Lots of growls and grunts. I figured as much.
Yeah, I mean the Centauran.
Yeah.
He narrows his eyes at you.
As an aquatican, you should know that our species never lies. And as a noble warrior of the House of Aquata, you will know that our house never, ever breaks contact or trust with another species in our sector.
That is true. You have not. Fine. You may live, puny one, but don't cross my path again. And this rather intimidating Centauran
Yep.
starts stomping towards the house.
Mm-hmm. Now, as he's leaving, since he turned and left, when the Centauran picked up that tracker, there was a flat surface on the bottom of it, and
Mhm.
I would like to roll for let's see, what was this? Oh no. No. Maintenance. Nope. What this be? This would be one of my yes, ideals. I'm leaning one of my ideals. Caution. It's okay to explore new places as long as you have a plan in place.
Ah.
He has a plan in place. He has put a tracking sticker on the bottom of this thing, so when the guy picked it up, the tracking sticker stuck to his skin. So now he can
Okay.
track the Centauran.
Okay, that's smart.
Mm-hmm.
But you do realize that A, you have to be in your van, and B, that particular tracker,
Yep.
you have to be kind of at the front of the house to track its
Mm-hmm.
movement.
Yep.
Yeah, yep.
It's a short range tracker, so he's gonna have to go back to the van, get the tracking module, which is a handheld device, and bring it to the front of the CN.
Well, you figure, well, I could just bring like the whole van, and then I could just hop out of the van and
Yep. That's what is going through his mind right now.
yeah.
Instead of bringing the
So,
device out, leaving the van untended, yep, he's just gonna pull the van up front.
yeah, because I mean, you don't want to leave your stuff unattended. I mean,
Yeah.
that would be silly.
Yeah.
So
As a bounty hunter, you don't do that.
well, you also have 1 hit point, so it's going to take you a little because it hurts.
Oh yeah.
You
Mm-hmm.
you've been shot.
He's limping. Like you could see it's blue blood.
Yeah, so you are limping across the yard. You
Mhm.
get to the van, you sit down and go, ow.
Yep. And he says to the computer, analyze injury.
Injury analyzed. Shot by heavy blaster. Which in your what's going through your mind is like, no duh.
Time to metabolic heal rate.
Metabolic heal rate. It will take approximately 2 hours.
Options for treatment.
Take 2 aspirin and call me in the morning.
He opens a drawer, pulls out a random bottle, and shoves 2 of these weird looking, like, they're not pills. They're actually like they look like fish in a jar.
Mm,
Because remember, he's aquatic. He's a fish person. He slurps these two what look like anchovy eel-like creatures that are electric
yeah,
down his throat.
right. Okay.
And then
It does start
sighs.
to. Yeah, it starts to as soon as you as soon as the second one goes down your throat,
Mm-hmm.
the pain that was like making your eyes cross and do funny
Yep.
things
Mm-hmm.
starts to go away.
Now he can concentrate somewhat on his mission.
Yes, yes,
As
yes,
he
you can.
rolls over on his rolling chair to one of his computers terminals, pushes a couple buttons.
And the van as at this point has started to
Yeah, it's on auto
rumble, right?
drive. Yep.
It's on auto drive. Okay, you set the coordinates before you took the
Yep.
medicine.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Got it. Okay, so the van comes out to the front,
Mhm.
and you're doing the monitoring. You see the tracker device works perfectly.
Yep. You can see what hallway he's in, what floor.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just a
It,
ping. It's just a ping. It's a simple tracker.
it goes ping, ping. You see it go to a part of the house that you've got the
3D
blueprints to this
schematic. Yep.
house.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, you've got the blueprints to the house, and you're sitting there going, "Wait a minute, just 1 minute, you wait."
Computer
That's
analyze room.
room, not a part of house.
Extrapolate. And you have to
Okay.
roll. Yep.
Yeah, I have to roll.
Yep.
And it was a good roll.
Mhm. What am I looking at?
Extrapolation complete. And what it is, because you get this just a few seconds before it happens,
Yep.
is that the room that the tracker has gone into,
Mm-hmm.
well, it's not a part of the house. The extrapolation looks like that it's a ship.
He looks
A,
at. He looks wide.
a
He looks a little
spaceship.
wide-eyed. Says,
Mm-hmm.
"Okay, so that's where you were hiding it, good friend."
Well,
Computer,
you see
initiate
the track. Yeah, you see
defensive
the
measures.
well, you see the tracker go into this
Yep.
room,
Mm-hmm.
stop, kind of do some little short things, and then
Yep.
you see the tracker uh uh go down a little bit and then not move anymore.
Yeah.
And about that time, you hear the ground go.
And the computer says, "Warning: cosmic disturbance detected."
Something like, well, no, actually,
Not
it
cosmic
says
disturbance.
it doesn't say cosmic. It
Yeah.
says dematerialization detected. That's what it says.
Yeah. Unidentified vessel detected.
And at that point, you see people screaming out of the lower part of this house,
Mm-hmm.
running away from this. And
Mhm.
you do see two very familiar figures running, not necessarily toward the van, but
Yeah,
in
running
that
in the
direction.
direction as he sees it
Yeah.
on camera, and he's like, "Oh crap! Oh crap! Oh, crap!" And he says,
I see the ship lifting off of the
"Now, the,
uh, the floor of the bottom floor of the
Yeah.
stately manor.
one thing that
It
Van has on it is a. It looks like a one of those like construction ladders on the top, but
Mhm.
what it is actually is a turret on the top of his van.
Oh, okay.
He is
Go
going
for it.
to get into
You're
the
gonna
gunner seat, and he is
and you're
going
gonna try to
to shoot the
shoot it
ship
down.
down at the last ditch
Okay.
effort. So when the
Try.
back of the van doors open or the side panel door opens, you see Williams. This is just for the GM. sitting in this weird looking gunner seat turret thing, and he is just pelting away at something up in the sky. And he has like
Oh,
this
well, no.
visor on and everything, but that's just for your
Hey.
reference.
Okay, hang on a second. I want you to take a few shots before
Yes.
what happens.
Okay,
Because
so
we're getting
this
to
is
that
going to
point where
be.
your two stories are going to.
I'm going to roll a d20 to hit. I'm going to use my laser. I'm going to add a +6 since this is a heavy duty gun.
Go for it. You have to actually hit the ship first.
Exactly. That's why it's a d6 +6.
Okay.
11 + 6, so 17. Does that hit? 17?
It
Nope.
does not.
Okay, one more hit.
No, you miss.
I'm gonna fire off 4 shots because it's a quad burst gun. That misses. So next shot. That is a 18 + 6. Sorry for you to do math.
No, you're not having me do math. Having me
Alright.
actually roll the shields on the ship.
Oh yeah. And then this gun, because it is a heavy duty gun.
Okay, hang on
Yeah.
a second.
Alright.
You're. Hang on. Hang on.
Take your time.
Thank you. The one that was the 18 + 6.
Yes.
You shoot.
Yep.
It looks like it hits, and then you see the telltale sign of a shield rippling across it.
He just slaps the controls like that, and he goes, "God damn it, Matrix! Trilinear shielding."
Yep. You hit it. You hit it dead on. You know you hit
Yep.
it. You were good.
Computer, compensate for shield for shielding manifolds. Attempting to compensate.
Attempting to compensate. And just as it's
26 for the last shot.
Okay, hang on a second.
Take your time.
That shot is going to miss because at that particular moment, the ship has risen up,
Mm-hmm.
and at that moment, it go. What was that? Spaceball 1. It's gone to plaid. Basically, it has done that.
Yeah, as the computer says, target signature lost. Target has QT'd.
Something like that, yes.
No
And
viable
now,
target as the gun lowers down as the van doors open.
At that particular moment, yes, the van doors open. Trust, now you see what he described.
Yeah. And he sees what I described earlier.
Yes. Yeah, Tress has got the look of she can bring you down with just a thought.
As he takes his
She
hands
is-
off the controls, raises
she
off
is-
his
yeah.
headgear.
Yeah, she is pissed.
What did I miss? Also, sorry about all this, gesturing to all the equipment around him. Nothing to see here. Did anyone see that? Did anyone see the giant UFO? No?
I'm gonna let you
Believing. And honestly, I don't care about your toys.
Oh!
They're not toys, they are high grade aquatican bounty hunting equipment.
I put together more advanced things before I hit puberty.
Yes,
Wait.
I know what you are. And I don't honestly don't give two and honestly I don't give two tailfins about what you can do or how you can
Love
put
it.
shit together. let me do my thing so that I can protect the asset that I have been told to protect, aka the little one that runs around that we were missing. Where is she anyway?
Now you could say
In the
exactly.
TARDIS, because I actually did something.
Oh!
Well, excuse me for trying to shoot down the targets that were trying to kidnap them. Thankfully, he pulls up. He rolls over in his chair to like one of the computers, pulls up the pinger. I have tracking data on actually where they're going.
Actually, no, you don't.
He looks at the tracker. Well, I had tracking data.
Remember, that was a very short-range tracker.
It's honestly, it's not important. Let's go. Your asset is back at the TARDIS. You're welcome. And she turns and walks away.
Yep.
He gets out and leans out the door, like to the van, like leaning out, and he says, "I'll be there in a moment." He slams the door shut. Sits in the driver's seat. Drive back to coordinates, and he punches in the coordinates.
Tress, you also, as you two were talking, you also know that you see that there is a rather nasty hole in Williams. Like, he's just been shot all to hell.
Yeah, he was bleeding out when he was standing up because he wasn't holding his side.
Yeah. Just gonna throw that out there.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
She just rolls her eyes. And she will she'll basically take her dress. You know how they basically she'll
rip
cut
the dress.
she'll
Yeah.
remain modest, but
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
And then she'll toss it at him and she'll say, "Tie that around your waist before you bleed out. We can treat you when we get back."
Thank you. As he slams, and then he slams the sliding door on the side panel van shut. Gets into the driver's seat.
Are you going with Williams in the van, or are you walking, Tress? What did we say last time? Oh, I know what it was. No, you were traveling with him because the TARDIS is with the pawns. That's what it was.
Yeah, that I do remember that scene. Yep. Thank you.
Yeah. So she has gotten in the driver's seat and just started the thing up like, eh.
And the computer comes on and says, "Unauthorized operator."
She whistles and gains authorization.
He says, "Be careful with Idea. She's a little testy when it comes to override commands."
You know, sometimes you're adorable. This is not one of those times. I do appreciate your warning, but it is unnecessary.
As he's sitting in the back with his back facing her, tinkering and like working on some kind of electronic in the back, like at the workbench. Okay,
she does have more weapons on her than she did before, too.
Oh yes,
yeah,
yes she does.
He has noticed that, but he is concentrating on working on whatever he's tinkering on. And the van is bouncing and bumping around on the old cobbles in the streets, and he's just bouncing around. He's like, "Can you at least turn on the inertial compensators?"
That is completely up to you, Tress. Are you going to make him suffer?
No, she is going to berate him though, a little.
Okay, that's fair.
As he makes some muttering under
If you're that incompetent, you can't work while the car is moving. She flicks the switch. And it smooths out.
Yeah. As he mutters something about learn about where did your mother teach you how to drive or something like that.
From a Cracker Jack box, yes. Believe me, I have said that to more than one driver in my time.
Yeah.
Where did you get your license?
on the back of a
Inside of a Cracker Jack box.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ours was cereal box.
Yeah. Same
For-
thing. It's
For
just
Williams, it's a box of it's a box of squid.
okay.
Squidlins.
At any rate, so you get back to the TARDIS. Williams, the stuff that's in this van,
Mm-hmm.
this was gotten from unit.
Yeah.
So
It's
you
a
know
loaner
that
van.
when it's a loaner van. So you know that when you leave the van,
All the equipment has to be
the
returned.
you tell unit that they need to pick up their van.
Yep. Mhm.
Basically. So you
And
come
they
back
can
to the
just chill here.
and you two see the TARDIS. It's right where you left it.
Well,
Let's go.
after you, gestures towards the door. Since I know Tress would never entrust him with the key.
True.
Which is funny because Rags has one.
Yeah,
She
Rags has
pushes
one.
she'll just walk in and push the door open.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You push the door open, there's Rags in all of her glory.
And there's a Aquatican charging at her, about to scoop her up.
You guys made a oof. You hear an
Yes.
oof.
Yep. And he squeezes and winces at the same time.
Oh, Williams. Hi. Oh,
I
it was
was
so
hopefully wondering where you were. By the way, I managed to try and shoot down whatever was trying. You didn't tell me you were dealing with a Centauran.
Centauran? We never saw a Centauran. Neither
looks-
me
he-
nor Tress.
He looks over at Tress. Wait, you didn't meet. Didn't. He tries to recall the name.
You can't.
Yeah.
You're in too much pain at this
Yeah.
point.
He's wincing. He's like, never mind. All I know is that there was a Centauran. Something about a.
We never saw a Centauran. That awful lady Aurora kidnapped me,
Wait. Slow down. Slow down.
locked me down, and I couldn't contact Lady Mary, and I was so scared. And
Who's this Aurora person?
The leader of the cult, if you would pay attention.
He looks over at Tress. Give me a second. He pulls out a little arm wrist computer on his armor. Punches in some things. Can I roll a history check? See if I can look that up.
Yes, you may. Yes, you may. Actually, got
History plus 2. I mean, I could use insight, but I feel like history is more appropriate for this.
okay.
That is. Nope, he has absolutely no idea.
Okay.
That wasn't that one.
Oh yeah, you pull up your thing.
He's in
and
too much pain. His vision is redding out. That's what's happening.
Yeah. Well, Williams, what happened to you?
Centauran decided to go blasting out as he sits down on the bench. Obviously, profusely bleeding out on the bench while he's sitting down.
Oh dear.
He pulls back
ow.
his bandages, and a squirt of blood just sprays on Rags.
Okay. There should be.
Take him to the med bay.
I was about to. Okay. Hang on. You can't move. Stay there. And you see her trot through one of the various doorways of the TARDIS.
And while she's doing that, Williams makes some sort of comment about, I wish I had Freddy with me. And no one has any idea who this Freddy is or what they are.
Don't you start.
Yeah, I know. It's just a subtle reference. Don't worry. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah, I know that, and Katie knows that. Stop it. You see, Rags come back. She has one of those floating beds.
Biobed, yep.
Get on this because I'm not going to be strong enough to take you there. I can push this around with pretty much ease.
Tries to transfer to the bed and
But
lumps himself onto it, lies back, and just winces in pain. Oh.
right, and off you two trundle down to the mid bay.
As there is swearing and cursing in various squid-like languages.
Which Rags kind of language. That's off they go. Now, Tress, you see those two go off to the med bay. You are the only one left in the control room. What do you do?
She is going to go to the controls of the TARDIS.
Okay. That'd be funny.
She's actually curious.
Curious about what?
About if they can actually deal with this before this point. Everyone else is making paradoxes. Why not make one of our own?
Well, technically,
it's not a fixed point in time, we think. So.
Well,
okay.
Yeah. Technically, you've already made a paradox, kind of. If you're not sure.
Fair. So she's gonna go. First off, she is going to track the ion trail that left the planet.
Okay.
See how far it went with the TARDIS's scanners.
Okay. Oh, what would you roll for that? Is that an investigation? Or is that a science?
I mean, I'm not going to argue. I will argue science all day.
Yeah, because you have more stuff in science, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Mm, I'll let you do science.
17.
17?
Yep.
Yeah, you could follow the ion trail with the TARDIS.
Good. She is going to follow it.
Okay. You take off. You are following this ion trail, and now you get to now you get to do the 3 travel checks, as we've done before.
Yeah.
Yep, you get to plot the course. Now, granted, you're plotting the course. Let's see here. You're going through it, you follow the ion trail to a certain point, and then you notice that the ion trail turns into a trail by a ship that can travel through time.
Goes
that
from
makes sense.
ion to a quantum trail.
Yes, goes from ion to a quantum trail. That I'll give you with the roll that you did.
Really? Hiding in time from a time.
Yes.
How dreadfully stupid are you? She says as she. Yeah. She'll continue to follow through time.
All right. I want you to roll me an intelligence check using the navigator's tools. This is going to be a 14.
I just got a 14. Sorry.
All right. So you actually succeed. You plot an accurate course through time and space. Now we get to do the navigate of the vortex. This is a dexterity check using your temporal vehicles. This ought to be funny.
15.
15. Wow. Okay, you do succeed. Actually, I'm going to have you roll this. Because you succeeded. I want you to roll me 2d6 and add them up and tell me the result.
6 total.
6?
5 and 1.
Okay. The event is the ship is becalmed and trapped in the vortex. The journey cannot continue unless you effectively break back into the time stream the same way as entering the vortex. You have to do the navigate the vortex again,
Okay.
which is another dexterity.
Nat 20.
Yeah. Oh wow! Yeah, you did it. Okay.
Reasonably.
I could tell. Roll me another 2d6 and add them up and give me the result.
10.
10.
Yeah.
Reverse the polarity. I love the names of these things. In a moment of brilliance or frustration, depending on which way you sit on that particular fence, you pull a fantastic maneuver with your time machine. If you can come up with a convincing technobabble, you gain inspiration
For what she's doing?
for what she's doing.
Okay.
And you can say this to the TARDIS if you want to, because you're the only one in the
Yeah.
room.
Right. Fair enough. Let me think about it for a second. Right. Right. She looks around. I'm going to need you to reverse the quantum cogitators. I'm going to. And she walks over and starts flicking switches.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And stabilize the time drive. Walking back over around again. She flicks a couple of more switches. Oh my god, this parking brake. And she's gonna walk back around and say, all right, and align quantum refractors and spatial dampeners, and bingo.
Gain an inspiration.
Woo.
I love it. Now you get to stick the landing. You need to roll me another dexterity saving throw.
16.
You make it in spades. Roll me another 2d6, add them up, and tell me what you got.
5.
5.
Again.
Okay.
I hate this.
You've landed, but it was a bumpy ride.
Fair enough.
You've all braced yourselves. We're going to get back to Williams and Rags in just a minute. But the time machine itself has been damaged. You might need to find a couple of parts to fix it on your adventure. The TARDIS currently is now broken. You come in, the whole TARDIS, does the shake, 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 shake. It lands, and then you hear a couple of things go ping, pong, pong. Sounds like you really don't want to hear a TARDIS make.
And then throughout the TARDIS, red pulsing lights.
Not necessarily. At that particular moment, I'm going to say, Kenny.
Yep.
You went down to the medical area. Rags is with you. The TARDIS did something to you.
I was probably in some kind of regeneration pod or some kind of stasis pod.
Well, you don't know. You don't remember because as soon as you got onto the traveling gurney, you passed out from pain. You don't know.
Yep. All he knows is that he feels okay, but he has a massive bump on his head now.
Well, I'm going to give you this. You got all of your plot points back.
Okay. That's fair.
Yes. Love it. At any rate. So as you two are coming back into the room, you feel the TARDIS, do the shake, rattle, and roll.
Okay, can we put this thing under control? Do I need to put a leash on her? And then the weird sounds.
And then the weird sounds, the ping, pang, pong, sounds that you really don't want to hear a TARDIS make. Rags goes, oh dear, that doesn't sound good.
Great.
Guess what happened?
You broke it.
You don't know what she's saying. She is speaking a language that she has politely asked the TARDIS not to translate.
Okay, can someone tell me when,
how? I don't know. Hang on a second. She runs up to the console. Now the console, as you both know, is not 3 foot tall.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair. I would imagine since we've been traveling in this thing, we have added stepping blocks.
Footstools.
Actually, you haven't been in the TARDIS all that long, but Rags, for some reason, Rags manages that they just all of a sudden appear. For some reason. Okay. And she runs up, okay, this, and that, and let's see here, I am going to roll. Ooh. All right. You're wrong on that one. Yeah, okay, that's a little bit better. All right. She hits a few buttons. Oh, well, no, wait. That actually turns on the radio.
As you hear... God.
Actually, what you do here is Big Bang, and it's Sing, Sing, Sing.
Oh, that one. Okay. I was just about to say one similar to that, but okay.
Yeah, well, it's the one that I can think of, and it's most recognizable.
Yep.
Which Rags goes, okay, well, I mean, that's... Are we picking up local radio signals? Because I mean, that would tell us what time period we're in.
Williams listens for a moment.
I haven't had a chance to look. I have been losing my temper at this broke piece of shit. And she, she actually says the word, but she kicks the console and it echoes, drowning out her word.
Oh, right. Okay. We hear the first 2 letters and then don't hear the rest of it. Got it.
Yeah.
Williams looks
Yeah.
at the listens to the music. Can I roll insight to determine possibly if I've heard this music before somewhere
You may.
in my travels?
Has Tress heard it?
That's up
Huh?
to you.
Has Tress heard it? She's like,
Well, I mean,
music's her entire thing.
Yeah, music is her entire thing. It won't be insight for you. It would be history.
23.
Nice.
Nat 20.
Dirty 20. 19 plus 1.
Very nice. Raj got a 13. Remember, she's also been traveling the space lanes,
Yep.
so she's she's not going to get that much information. For you, for both you and Tress.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, it's big. It's from the big band era.
Yep.
Of American music. It's rather famous, and it is most commonly thought of for the 1940s.
Okay, so we're in the. He thinks about it for a moment. Maybe the
1940s.
I was just about to say that, but you took the words right out of my mouth.
My apologies. I know this song.
Yes, so do I. I know the tune similar to what I heard back home during the war times. Oh, shh. He realizes. Oh, shh. And
Well,
there's
I
a
mean,
growl from his upper lip as he storms towards the door, grabbing Bertha
hang on.
off the shelf.
Whoa! Stop! We know what time period we are. We just don't know we know when we are. We just don't know where we are. I mean, we could be in America. We could be in we could be in Europe. We could be in Asia, and we could be in a myriad of places. Don't hang on a second.
Picks up
Even
Bertha, looks at the door, and says, "Well, there's only one way to find out."
No.
Don't.
He pulls on the door, and it's locked.
Pretty much.
Seriously, guys? He looks at them.
Look.
Well, you're not listening.
What she said. Look, hang on a second. And she pushes a few more buttons. See if I can actually get a roll to the dice jail for you. I swear. Leave them out. Well, you didn't do much better.
By the way, during that entire exchange, he was leaning on his personality trait.
Yeah, I bet he was. Okay, Rags does a little bit more, hitting of buttons. Good. Okay. Doing stuff with this particular console is giving me a headache because I don't completely understand. And I hang on a second. She opens up her thing. She looks into it. Lacey, we know what time period or approximately what time period we are. Can you tell us where we are? The little ball, which I believe, Williams, you have never seen.
He like turns around, looks, and sees the ball. What the hell is that?
It's a little white ball, and it's floating in front of Rags. And the ball, you see when it speaks, the ball does the dimming.
Yeah, the glowing thing.
Yeah, the glowing and dimming thing.
Yeah.
And the ball speaks. Well, of course, Rags. You were in approximately 1942, 1943. You're in England. Oh dear. This isn't good. I mean, what was happening in England in 1942 and 1943?
As Williams interjects. Okay, is the little speck of light telling you anything? Because he can't hear what it's saying from this distance across the room.
No. No, but Tress can.
Yeah, of course Tress can.
Because Tress is a lot closer.
Yeah.
Tress, you hear this information. You're still in England. You have followed the trail here.
Well, she's going to grin.
Now,
He's
I
going
don't
to
like that
grin?
look.
She's
Yep.
going to grin?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I definitely don't like that look. Why are you smiling, Tress?
I wonder if they have communications in this timeline or in this time. She is actually going to call another British Secret Service that was around a lot longer than you.
Okay.
Captain Harkness, are you are you around? Calling Torchwood for the record.
The Torchwood in this particular time period?
Yep.
Or okay.
Jack was still leading it since the Victorian age, I think.
No, he started leading it much later than that. But
No, the original was Harkness too, I think.
it was not.
Wasn't it? Okay.
No. But
Even they get things wrong.
hey, this is our own version of it. We can have Harkness be in charge of it at this particular point in time, anyhow.
Yeah.
Because he did go back and muck around in time and space.
Yeah. Vortex manipulators, worst invention ever created.
Yeah, well, that's one of the reasons why Rags has one, but she knows better not to use one in the TARDIS. Because that would be a bad idea, a really bad idea.
Yeah.
So you're calling for Jack Harkness. He pops up and he goes, Tress, you beautiful, wonderful woman, where have you been keeping yourself?
You know, here and there, wherever there's a musical act to be enjoyed, but that's not why we're here.
Well, obviously, I mean, I think the last time I saw you, we were in Paris listening to that wonderful male impersonator. Well, she was a female pretending to be a male, pretending to be a female. I think her name was Victoria. Well, at any rate, we went to one of her things, and you thought that she was simply delightful.
She was. She was quite delightful.
And I had to agree with you. But then again, I also like the person who was managing her and, well, Toddy and I. And he stops.
Uh-huh.
Because you know what the rest of that particular sentence is.
It's okay. Her story that ended with the lady ended before her section too.
I hope you've actually seen that movie because that's a great movie.
I have, but it's not.
It's not important right now. We'll talk about that later.
Right. So I have been following a woman through time and space that has decided to make trash cans her lord and savior.
He stops and he looks at you. Ah, oh no. What have you gotten yourself tangled in this time?
Universe-ending paradox, not much different than him.
Calling me from his
His.
TARDIS.
Yes, they are not here. So I'm requisitioning it for the time being.
Well, I can't think of anybody else who would treat her not so nicely.
Well, then I did just have a tantrum and kick her, so.
I'm assuming you had a very good reason for doing that.
She broke. This woman got away from me in the year 2024, and I am very much in a bad mood.
Understandable. Let me see if I can find your. Oh my goodness gracious me! I think I just found you. Why in the heck did you park there?
I don't know where we parked.
Well, to put it bluntly, this being welcome to World War II, my darlings. Or my darling. Because he can't see the other two of you. Uh
Is this on speaker?
um are you speaking to Jack on the speaker?
I mean, I assume it's on. Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
I assume it's on a screen.
Yes.
Okay.
So what you see, Kenny,
Yep.
is a man with short black hair. He's wearing a dark blue coat.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, this is about as much as you can see.
Yeah.
He's very dashing. He's got on a blue shirt, and you might see a hint of suspenders.
Fair.
Okay.
Yep.
He's clean shaven.
Yep. Williams peers over into the view of the camera. So this strapping gentleman, if I can say that, says we're in the middle of. Did you say
Well,
World War II?
well, you're in England, and
Williams
now
would like to pull up the exterior camera.
I've got to check out something. So just give me a second.
Take your time.
Because I went and looked this up yesterday, and of course my brain has been so addled. So give me a
We're in
second.
the middle of the Blitz, aren't we?
No, that was actually during the 1940 and 1941.
Yeah, I know. So I was like, what? Okay.
We're about a year off from that. Although it was still happening, so yeah. Oh, actually, I think I am going to put you in that particular. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah. Okay. It is. Jack goes, well, my loves. I'm assuming that there's more than one of you that's listening to me. You have parked yourselves in London during the Blitz.
Williams, if a fish's brow could narrow, it narrows.
Well, yes, it
Because
does.
he's read about this in the history books.
And Rex goes, where?
Rex, you don't want to know.
But she's going to know. Tress turns to look at her.
Williams walks over and grabs Bertha.
In the 1940s,
Yeah?
on Earth,
Yeah?
London was bombed for 8 months. They called it the Blitz, or the Blitzkrieg. And currently, there are anywhere like 700 tons of bombs dropping on our
Teeny tiny little heads.
on our heads currently.
Okay.
William walks over back to the console with Bertha over his shoulder. Okay, where the heck is the shielding array on this thing?
Well, Lacey, could you? You've heard all that information, and you see the little ball of light go. Yep. You see the little ball of light kind of light up the console,
Mm-hmm.
and it kind of goes around it a couple of times. It goes aha. Well, the little ball of light goes aha. Kind of does not go into the TARDIS, but kind of settles on top.
Yep.
And it seems to. It's the weirdest thing. You don't think balls of light have weight. It's a ball of light.
Mm-hmm.
But it looks like it pushes a button.
Yep. Williams
And
just
then
looks intrigued.
And then it kind of flies back to Rex and goes, you know what? This is very lovely, but I really don't want to see the Blitzkrieg, up close and personal. You will go punch some Nazis for me. Zap.
Yep. And Williams walks over to where the button was pushed, looks at the monitor. What is the shield reading?
Well, what you're seeing is that you have managed to park yourselves. This building has already been bombed, first of all.
Mm-hmm.
Because the actual bombing has moved on from where it was a stroke of luck. You landed, and the bombs are further away from you. It's like it's going away from where the TARDIS is. If that makes sense to the both of you.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Does it make sense to you, Tress?
Tress. Tress, you there?
I think they have wandered off. Ah, there you are.
Yeah, sorry.
It's okay. Did you hear what I said, or do I need to repeat it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Repeat it, please. Sorry.
Oh, repeat it. Okay. Where the TARDIS landed is you guys are in a bombed out building, but the bombs, which you guys can still hear, is moving away from the TARDIS.
Yep.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough.
And Jack goes, well, my dears. I can get to you. It'll take a little time, but I can get to you. We need to take you and the TARDIS out for where you are, because I'm pretty sure you don't want, a bomb hitting the TARDIS and stranding you guys here in lovely bombed out World War II London. Am I wrong about that?
I certainly do not want to be stuck in this time.
Right. I will contact you when I get there. It won't take me very long. And the screen goes dark. Rex goes, okay, so let me get this straight. some people decided to bomb this lovely country into oblivion for what?
For religious reasons, Rags.
No, actually. Political ones. Much like most wars, it was started over empire building.
I thought we got away from this. I thought I was getting away from this. I got away from a world where they were doing exactly that. So we were dropping bombs on people. Of course, we were killing them in less efficient ways, and it was a lot more bloody. But yeah. Wasn't
Hello,
a
welcome in,
bomb.
Mishta. Yes, lots of explosions in World War II. Mike, it's we're in World War II right now.
Um,
Well, hello, Mike. Explosions. Mwahaha. Yes.
Mr. Williams doesn't like the explosions right now, and yeah.
Yeah.
basically, this is the result of one country thinking they could rule the world over another,
Ah.
or a group of them.
Right. Okay. And what did my friend mean? Let's go ahead and punch some Nazis.
Oh, those people, you don't want to meet them. They're very not nice, and when I get the chance, Bertha is going to be having a lot of fun with them. And I swear,
You do
Bertha
know
is
your
going to have fun.
you do know that your weapon does not kill me.
Yes, but I can definitely stun some Nazis into submission, he says. Now, if you don't mind, pulls on the door again. Can you please
It's
unlock the childproof locks?
You
now
may
wait.
want to change clothing.
Yeah, you still look kind of modern.
He sighs. Okay, just this once. He walks off into like the side room, and I'm gonna move away from camera for just a second.
They're the
And
target of choice if you're in a punchy mood. Yes, we
Yep.
are in a punchy mood.
Yep.
um. So while Williams is going off to change, Rags goes, "Well, you know what? I don't think they're going to appreciate someone from me because, as you pointed out, I'm technically from the German side of mythology.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I would be very much appreciated in this particular London.
Mhm. All right.
You can
Now
always fix your perception filter.
I have to actually put on a different outfit.
For the
Well,
record, Tress is putting on a British military medical nurse.
okay, that's fair. That is very fair. That is very fair. I like that.
Also, if anyone wants to, they can choose the outfit I'm going to be wearing in chat if you have bits. Because there is now a new option where you can dress me to impress the GM.
I'm gonna have you roll Tress because you're the one fiddling around with Rags' perception filter.
Okay.
Do you have to do
Uh,
this?
let's see. What am I having you roll? What did we roll before to fiddle around with her perception filter?
Engineering.
Huh?
Engineering.
Engineering. All right,
There we go. That's
go
what I was
for it.
looking for.
19 plus 1.
Oh, a dirty 20. Yes. What are you changing her perception filter to?
No rainbow hair this time. She
That will definitely stand out. She
actually she probably looks like you know how okay, so basically she looks like a child of the era.
Yes.
Outfit, everything. Um,
Are we going like Lion the Witch with wardrobe kind of an outfit?
yes.
Okay.
There we go. This is basically what I'm wearing.
Nice.
It's kind of like a cashmere vest. A little more subtle than dress wear, but you know.
Very nice.
Actually, thinking about it, if he doesn't actually look like a soldier, she's gonna look at his appearance
Uh-huh.
and she's going to change Rags's to look similar.
Okay.
Yeah.
Basically, father-daughter, or father-daughter thing.
Okay, that works.
Okay. That works.
So basically, what his persona is gonna be masquerading as, just for the audience's sake, is think of it like a 1940s radio newscaster. But like, you know, when you go like back in the day when people were on the radio, they wore kind of stuff like this even though they were on camera. It's kind of like go to work
No.
looking appropriate. So
Okay. I can
that's
see that.
basically like the father going to work kind of style. So he even has the little name badge down here.
Okay. All right.
For the record, she has been in this era,
Mhm.
and she has done her thing where she gets known. But yeah, her story is basically singer turned nurse.
Okay. Which that did happen actually. So yes. Rags kind of walks up to you, goes,
Be right back.
okay.
Right.
Walks up to you, goes, wow. Nice. And look at me. I still don't have a tail.
Hey, Rex, you need to stop doing that. It's
Wow.
gonna look awkward if you keep doing that in a public setting.
I'm not doing it in a public setting. Why would I do this in a public setting?
Fair point. He says, now for this, he pushes a couple buttons on Bertha, and it turns into basically a chimney sweep's broom.
Chimney sweep. No, you're not. They don't
Not
have
chimney sweep. Sorry, not chimney sweep. It turns into a cane.
Okay.
Yeah, like a walking cane.
Right.
And he does look a little bit older in appearance.
Okay.
So he's aged metaphysically
Right.
to look like he's in his mid to late 70s.
All right.
So he's going with the more like the grandpa kind of look.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
All right. About that time, after you've made all these wonderful changes,
Mm-hmm.
you hear a knock on the door. Rags kind of wanders over, looks at you, goes, "Don't you dare!"
I was gonna actually check before you even decide to open that, Rags. We don't know if there's a Nazi soldier behind that door. So he comes up behind you with the cane, ready to beat whoever is over behind that door over the head with the cane.
All right. She opens the door just a little bit. She's also not stupid.
No, I know.
She opens the door a little bit, and there stands one Captain Jack Harkness with a huge grin on his face. He looks down and goes, "Well, now that's something you don't see every day."
And there's behind it a man about to whack the guy with a cane.
You old whippersnapper!
Pretty much.
Yep.
Hmm.
Then he goes, "Oh, Grandpa, please."
Man sits down the cane and just kind of sits on it like this. I haven't had to use one of these things in God knows how long. Thankfully, I don't have to use that on you. His voice has also changed.
Right. So appears like I'm the only one in the room. Yay. Um, so, he comes into the TARDIS, looks around, goes, "Well, this hasn't changed a bit, although the occupants have. Now,
Now you listen here. He points the cane at him.
he turns and he looks at you, goes, Grandpa,
I may be
and he
old, but
kind of,
I'm wise.
and you, young one, hey, don't you even say the word that you were thinking. I said young one, not, what did you think I was going to say? Who are you anyway? She has never met him, and
Neither.
neither have you, Williams.
Also,
The only person that's actually met
is
this
Tress.
particular individual is Tress, and Tress is currently not here.
They went into the back of the rooms of the TARDIS somewhere to fetch something.
It's something like that, yes.
Also, he closes the door and locks it. Okay, who are you? Why are you in here? Are you the person we were speaking to on the... He takes a
And
second look.
he looks at you, goes, yes, introductions are in order. I am Captain Jack Harkness, the
Captain.
head of Torchwood, at least in this time period. I also am in the most current time period, wibbly wobbly timey wimey.
Question for the GM. Would Williams know about Torchwood?
Roll me a history check. Rags does not. I'm just going to say that Rags does not. Rags hasn't traveled enough with the Doctor to know about this particular group, or about Captain Jack, for that matter.
Yeah. Also, I'm still rolling on the level 3 sheet, right?
No, you've leveled up, dear Hurt.
Okay, so I can use the level 2 sheet. Got it. Cool. In the level
Yes.
4 sheet, sorry.
Yes, level 4. You did not go back, you went forward.
That is 15 plus my history, which is plus 2, so 15, 16, 17.
So you're wondering if you actually know about Torchwood.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
You do. You know that it's one of this planet's defenses against aliens, kind of like Unit. Well, Unit will actually ask questions first and then shoot,
Mm-hmm.
because they're that way minded.
Yeah.
Torchwood.
Unit is the military. Torchwoods are cops.
Yeah. Basically.
Okay then. So you're the captain of that organization.
Of course.
Okay.
And then he swings around and he sees, Tress in your nurse's outfit, dressed beautiful as always.
The heck do you
Much
get these costumes
appreciated.
from? He says, pointing the cane. I always go back there and I never find exactly what I'm looking for.
Well, I
Well,
mean, the TARDIS usually gives you what you need, and apparently what you need to be is an old grandfather.
Yes, as
Well,
he puts his hand on his back and says,
technically,
with all the
technically he's
pains
your
of being
father.
old.
Yes, Stress. What was that?
She goes, technically, he's your father in this time, as far as everyone's concerned.
Ah.
So, in that case, we are here in World War II, in the middle of a bombed out city. I think. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So I have the means to transport the TARDIS. Obviously, you're not going to be able to move the TARDIS on its own. Yes? I should have asked that.
Look like it's gonna move.
No.
He
The
pats.
answer is no.
He bangs his fist on the console.
Yeah, your percussive.
This bucket of bolts hardly can get off the ground, let alone fly.
She's gonna slap Kenny.
Okay.
Hashtag fish slap.
I mean, it makes sense.
Can I beat her?
You will.
Can
You
I
will. You will not disrespect his partner like that.
Can I
You know,
poke
I
her
would
with
have
the
to
cane?
agree. I'd have to agree. Now, this lovely captain who has just introduced himself, I think we need to do the same. Hi, my name is Rags. I don't normally look like this, but you probably wouldn't understand what I do look like, so this is probably better for you.
Meanwhile,
And
behind
she's...
Rags, there's the arguing couple.
Yep.
Okay, so if I can't slap the console and you can't. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me introduce myself. My name is Kenny Williams. I am a lot taller than I look. I've gained a little bit of wisdom. And he points a cane at Tress and says, I know what you're going to say. Don't. Lowers the cane. Yes, and this, pointing with the cane, is my, I guess you could call her an assistant, accomplice, companion, whatever you want to call her. I don't honestly care at this time. Go introduce yourself now.
But I think this particular captain knows her.
Fair enough.
I
Now
mean,
that we're
those
all
two.
introduced, why are we here?
I mean, those two seem like they're talking like they're old friends.
Yes, I've met him a couple of times.
And every time that she has shown up in my particular neck of the woods, we've always had an interesting adventure.
Yes.
She nods.
Okay, what are we doing
But
standing
for
around here?
that is true. She says, actually, I wonder. She's gonna go check to see if if she can make it hover just a little bit, like inch or two off the ground.
Okay. I want you to roll.
Because she has an idea while they're waiting.
Uh, hmm. Is that a technology roll? Yeah, that is a technology roll. I'll let you roll a technology roll. I don't have to look at that.
16?
16?
Yeah.
You're able to make it hover not that far off the ground, mind you. It makes all sorts of weird and wonderful noises, but it does hover.
Meanwhile, William's just like, I
Good.
think you're hurting it. It doesn't like whatever you're doing.
Yes, well, we might as well be useful while we're here. She says, I'm gonna need you to get out and push us towards the doorway. Make sure that our door lines up.
Okay.
You know, I was going to ask that very same thing. I mean, I had to come in here And how you managed to get into this bombed out building? I mean, I know this is TARDIS, but
It does weird things, he
It's
says.
complicated. We hit some turbulence around the 1500s, and it all went south.
turbulence, that's what you call it. Wow.
Remind
Well,
me
it's
never to
better
give
than
her.
saying we were expulsed from the time vortex.
That is very true. Williams, will you go outside to push?
Okay. He says, can you unlock the child-proof doors, please?
She unlocks it. She is also, while he's getting out to push, is walking around to redo the interior, as
Uh-huh.
it were,
Uh-huh.
to a field hospital.
Ah, yes, the communion circuit. Out of
No,
character.
This one is broken.
Oh, yeah.
There's a reason she's having you push her to the door.
Okay. What I'm saying is that what Tress is doing is changing the desktop.
Oh, yeah, that. I
Yes.
remember you mentioning that in the when we were talking about the TARDIS mod in different game, but
Yes.
that thing, yeah, I remember reading about that.
Yes.
Okay.
So Tress, you go over. I'm not going to make you roll. You know what buttons to push. You go over and you go deep beep boop. And it turns into a field hospital with, oddly enough, oddly placed round things.
I assumed that all of the controls just went into like an information desk type configuration.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. And when he gets her, basically what she's going to do is while we're waiting on Torchwood.
Well, technically, Torchwood is already there. What Kenny is pushing this towards, it looks, because now the door is open, you can see out. The building that you have landed in looks like it was one of the old townhouses, old Victorian townhouses. You know, one of the skinny ones.
The brownstone. I get it.
Yeah, a brownstone. Yeah.
William's just pushing the TARDIS. Okay, so is this thing gonna fit through this door?
I don't want it to fit through it. I want it to be the door.
Oh, wait. Oh, he just realizes what you're doing. I see. He tries to push the TARDIS and align it with the door frame.
It does mean Kenny has to get out through the window, but yeah.
Mm-hmm. What do I need to do to align this thing? Dexterity, strength?
I'm going to say strength because you're actively pushing it.
Yes. All right.
I would say with advantage because it's up, out. It's not pushing against anything. There's no friction.
Yeah, there's no friction, so it's going to be fairly easy to push this. So yes, roll with
17 plus 7 for my first roll.
Well,
7 plus 4, so 17 plus 7. The first roll.
Which is, so that is 24?
Yep.
24.
Okay.
So he effortlessly pushes the TARDIS into position.
Kenny, it pushes with ease because it's about an inch, 2 inches off the ground.
Yep, he's pushing it with 2 fingers.
Well, you're pushing it more than that, but it's
it feels like he's pushing it with 2 fingers.
Yeah, he feels like you're pushing it with 2 fingers, but you do have a grip on the TARDIS, and you are kind of leaning around it, making sure you're still lined up with the door.
Yep.
Every so often, so
This thing is surprisingly light, guys. I'm impressed. He says through the door frame. All right, and
considering the hundreds of floors that are in here, I will take that compliment.
All right, and there.
And you have lined up with the door frame.
Okay, I think you can set her down now. gently.
She will do so, but I feel like it's just the little thruster things cut off and it just thuds to the ground.
Yeah, pretty much. It goes. Thump.
Right on his foot.
No,
I'm
actually, it does not.
joking. I'm joking.
We're not doing the Spaceballs thing.
I know. I know you wanted to.
No,
Just
Hmm?
yeah, her goal basically is in the immediate area. If she finds wounded, she's gonna throw them in here.
That's fair. And where you've maneuvered the TARDIS is in a little bit more protected
Mhm.
part of the building. So if the bombers come back, and it's also not as visible. So if the bombers come back, one, they'll see that they've already bombed this building to heck and back. And two, they don't see anything else in it for them to bomb. So putting it here actually worked. Jack kind of smiles at you. Very clever of you. I was just going to suggest that we load this up on the truck that I had outside, and we take it to to our base. But this works too.
She nods. Do you have any medical staff?
We do.
I would suggest staffing this building with them, just in case injured come looking for
For help? Yes.
nods. And she motions around to all of the sick beds and things.
Very true. Yes.
You
I
told
will
the
make
doctor might as well use it for a hospital.
And as long as people don't know that this is not a TARDIS, and it certainly doesn't look one other than the oddly placed round thing, and he points to one of the round things. It's oddly placed, but it's not conspicuous. Like the round things are put in inconspicuous places,
Yeah.
but it's still odd. It's just sitting there going, why is it there? Just kind of like the TARDIS had a sense of humor before you changed its desktop.
Yeah, now it's got pimples.
Yeah, now it's got pimples.
It's running a very old, outdated version of Windows ME.
Are you kidding me? A Time Lord would never disgrace themselves with that.
No, Howie. Oof.
Maybe Windows 95, but not ME.
Or CrowdStrike, for that matter.
Oh God.
Oh.
that hurt.
Oof.
That hurt on a different note.
Oh. I felt that in my soul. Oh.
I have done my job.
Owie.
As a
Owie,
cybersecurity
owie.
guy, yes, I feel that pain.
Any rate,
Get back to the game.
getting back to the game. Wow, getting back to the game. So Jack smiles at you. So I'm glad you're back. I've met your two lovely. Do we call them companions or do we call them friends?
I mean, tradition would say I call them companions, but at least one of them's my friend. The other one's a bodyguard.
I will beat you with this cane.
You will do no such thing, and you will.
As
For
he
the
puts
record,
his
not
hands on
my
it,
bodyguard.
he puts his hand on his back and says, "Ow."
You're supposed to be pretending to be my dad, which you are not. Do I make myself clear?
Now, daughter.
Hmm.
She
sticks out her.
Go to your
she-
room.
And
Tress
she
just
sticks out her tongue at him. Yes, dear.
Tress turns to Jack and said, I may have made a mistake.
Yeah, these two are now acting more like an old married couple than mother and father, or father and daughter.
Yeah, thinking about that, she says, Rags, come in.
Yes, dear. And she comes over.
She's gonna fiddle with the filter and age Rags up appropriately.
Okay, so how old is Williams?
Williams, right now is, since he's in grandpa mode, he is 71. Do you
Okay,
want me
that's
to
fair.
You
age
make him
him
a-
down?
That's fine. She'll put them both at around 40.
40, okay.
So they will act like an old married couple. Okay.
Yeah. And she'll shift Rags' hair a little bit to be less similar.
Okay. Jack looks at this with great admiration of what you're doing. Watches the perception shield or perception filter
Matrix.
shift and change, and first of all, makes Rags taller, and then older, and then her hair. You said it wasn't rainbow, so what color is her hair? Is it brown? Is it black? Is it
It's
blonde?
probably about the color of your hair.
Of my hair?
Yeah.
Okay, my hair is brown and it's going salt and pepper.
Well, about 40, that would make sense.
Yeah, I'm almost 50, but that's okay. Yes. Okay, so yes, and she goes. So not being a child, you wanted to make us sound like an old married couple. I can do that. She wanders over to
Williams,
Williams.
who is no longer holding a cane, but a fine-looking walking stick. Now this suits me.
Now we can argue like an old married couple.
It's not
Exactly.
and it's not out of place.
Alright, so now that we're all settled in our newly erected medical ward with our
Let's
new
get-
team of
Let
medical
us get.
staff,
Well, I think he's going to bring in the new team, or he's going to tell the new team to come here, to be a medical checkpoint or something like that. I think I got the gist of that, didn't I, Chess?
Yes.
now,
Okay.
hun, what is going to be our
Yes.
story if someone comes in and asks us questions about why we decided to erect a medical hospital in the middle of a war zone?
I think that question is going to be left up to the nurse over there.
I believe she nods, but she also looks at Jack and say, "While we're doing our thing, I believe Torchwood has some excuses they can use."
Oh, we have myriad of excuses that we can pull. Don't worry. This will be completely protected. As a matter of fact, the people that I'm going to be sending in here will not only take care of the people who might wander in, they will also protect this, so then you have something to come back to.
That's
Excellent.
that. Thank you.
Shall
And
we go? Shall we go?
Shall
he
we?
nods.
As
Then
he
let's.
puts his arm offers his arm to Rags.
We really ought to come up with, more appropriate names other than Williams and Rags. Rags doesn't sound like a very good wifey name, does it?
Rachel.
Rachel. I like Rachel. I could do a Rachel.
And honestly, you might as well stick with your name, Kenny, or just go with Kenneth.
Kent is fine.
Rachel and Kent. Rachel and Kent Williams. I like that idea.
Now there's a name I can stick behind.
Sounds-
And what works
And
out
here
of
we
it?
are. And here we are inventing sitcoms 20 years before they're actually
Yes.
invented.
Thank you, Lemon. Rags is a fine bodyguard. Yes, she is. And she does do the old very couple very well with people around her. Lemon should know because I've done it with him.
Yes. And Williams taking his wife under the arm.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we're walking out of the TARDIS. Is that what our plan was?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep.
Uh, uh,
Now let's go explore the situation outside and see and help. Come
so
along, darling.
Jack leads you to essentially 1940s Jeep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm assuming everybody knows what that looks like.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If I to describe this to our wonderful people who are watching, the it's a vehicle that's green and has a visor and usually has a spare tire on the back, and it's open air.
So if you see one of the open air Jeeps in real life, just think of it but painted army green, a little rustier.
Mhm. Yeah. And Jack nonchalantly gestures to the Jeep and says, "Your chariot awaits." With he says this with a huge grin on his face.
Now, quick
Uh,
question for the GM. This
Mhm.
is, do we have? So I don't remember what time frame they stopped doing the hand crank turnover of the cars.
Oh, this is way beyond that.
Way beyond. Okay, I don't have to reach
This
down and
is
do the hand crank
this is
turnover.
this is 1940.
Yep.
So you
1920s.
yeah, what you're thinking of is 1920s. This is 1940,
Yep.
but this is a standard vehicle, so it has a clutch.
Okay, so it is stick.
Yeah, it is a stick.
Yep. He.
For the record, after they get out,
Uh-huh.
right after Jack says your chariot awaits, Tress is actually going to bend down, pick up like street dirt and debris and whatnot, like little gravel powder and whatnot.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
And she is going to basically toss it on her face, toss it in her hair, wipe it on her clothes.
She's going to dirty herself up.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, that's fair.
Kent has done the same already.
And Raz kind of looks over at Kenny and goes, "Well, okay."
I mean, we just
Picks
got
up stuff.
bombed, hun. We just came out of this by the skin of our teeth. And we somehow survived. Thanks to your friend here.
Okay, if we're going with that story, yes. And she kind of also dirties herself up.
Now,
the reason I'm covered in dirt is because I have been tending to evacuations.
I don't know, Jup.
That's fair. So Jack gets into the driver's seat. Tress, I'm assuming you get into the passenger seat next to Jack.
Yep.
And Kent gets into the back.
Kent and Rachel get into the back. And we drive off. We drive. You drive through London, and it really does look like bombs have gone off. I mean, it looks terrible. I'm going to say you're in the wee hours of early morning. This particular nightly bombing has just finished. So you don't hear any more planes in the sky. You don't hear any more whistlings of bombs.
No
It looks like,
sirens.
yeah, no sirens. The people are starting to come out of where they were, basically to assess the damage and that sort of thing.
Williams just has a grim look on his face as he's looking at the back of the Jeep, looking at all the war-torn damage that brings back memories of his past.
Right. Rags kind of looks around. Her eyes are as big as saucers. She has never seen this kind of devastation ever before in her life. What is your reaction to this, Tress?
I mean, she looks like somebody who has seen all of this before.
And more because of basically who she is, but yes.
Yeah. Not in a dismissive way.
Oh yeah.
Just in a her face just kind of reflects that this is life.
Very much so. As you all drive, he drives you. You're not out of London, you're still in London. But he drives you a ways. You stop at a this particular building is not bombed out, amazingly. What it used to look like, it used to be uh one of the old banks that England had, one of the ones that has like a bank vault in it.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of a building. He stops out there and says, "Since I am the head of Torchwood, um, being in Wales kind of didn't suit us in this particular time period. We needed to be a little bit closer to the action. So we chose here. I mean, this place hasn't been bombed yet, and we've turned this into a pretty nice base. Come." He hops he hops out of the Jeep. He comes around. He graciously opens your door, Tress, and kind of does a little flourish.
She smiles and nods as she gets out.
Oh,
Much
well,
like the queen would, I guess. I don't know.
oh yeah, but this is a little ritual between you and him. Every time you and he get together, it's always been like this. He always turns into the perfect gentleman until one of you suggests a really bad idea, and then you two do debauchery.
Yeah.
It's just it always happens this way. So this is just part of the bit.
There's a reason there are reasons why the depictions of Dionysus are a man with brunette hair.
Very much so. Um. He then opens the door for Rachel, aka Rags, and she says thank you. Barry gets out. Williams, I'm assuming you open your own door.
Yep. Hops out.
Hops out, walks around, takes Rachel's arm.
Yep.
The four of you walk into what is 1940s Torchwood.
Yep.
You walk in, and inside, I'm going to base this kind of what we saw in the Torchwood series, but just make it more 1940s ish. Like there is a medical slash biolab.
Mm-hmm.
There's a place where there's someone looking for signals. interpreting singles and codes and stuff like that.
Signaling
Um,
area.
yeah. There's a place where Jack normally sits, and he's looking at not necessarily screens, but keeping an ear out to the sky, catching stuff like that. Yeah, that's what you see, and this is on the first floor of this building.
Williams is impressed.
He goes, and this is where I work most of the time. I mean, when I have time off, then I'm doing my various exploits and in the like. Haven't quite found the right person yet. I'm sure that they're out there somewhere.
Williams says, I mean, he looks over at one of the oscilloscopes that's basically for, I guess, air traffic kind of monitoring.
Mm-hmm.
He says, I've worked with one of those before. It's not that hard, but I'm sure you have good men to operate one of those. I mean, I wouldn't mind helping out with. Might as well make myself useful, hon. Right? He looks at Rags.
Yes, dear. Make yourself useful. I am going to go over there and yes. So what are you doing here? What are you trying to find out?
He's trying to find out. At least Ken's trying to find out. Where he can best help from a reconnaissance point
Right.
from this operation.
All right. That's what you're trying to do. Trust, what are you trying to do?
She is.
Because you came here following a signal, following
Yep.
a trail, not a signal, a trail.
Well, she has that frequency, so she's going to basically give it to Jack and say, I need you to find this.
Mm. Right. You said something about the reason why you contacted me was that you found
A cult of Dalek worshippers, yes.
a cult of Dalek worshippers. Well, that's that's nothing new in this day and age. And he does a roll of the eyes. Let's see. Give me your frequency and let's see if we can find it.
He hands it over.
Okay. Now I get to roll for him. I do not have his character sheet, so please forgive me.
Excuse me, sorry. I didn't get very much sleep last night.
Okay.
Player didn't get so much sleep last night.
That's fine. He takes it. He gets the frequency. Punches it in, and goes. And where did you? When and where did you say that this particular signal came from?
Originally? 2024.
Yes. Oh, wow. That has been all over the place, at least temporarily. 2024 was not. That's where it was the longest, but that's not where it has always been.
Let me guess. One of them is also the 14th century.
Well, actually, the 12th. Wait.
If
Yes,
it was
the
the year
12th.
if it was the year 1300, it was the 14th century.
Right. Yes. Yeah. Actually. And it's also been in the far future and in the past. I mean, this ship has been places and has been in different times.
Don't I believe we ran into the cults in the 1330s. That's where they started.
Right. And so in 2024, where was the cult? I mean, how big did it get? Were you ever told?
From what I've gathered, and considering they wanted me as a member, well,
Mm,
my persona as a member,
right.
she takes a second to take a deep breath. I would say they had influence enough to, well, get into hospitals and the like, and honestly, they reminded me a lot of that cult on Neuraxian 5.
Oh, you mean the one that we had to completely and utterly destroy?
Yep.
It looks like we're going to have to do that again with this cult. Although, them worshipping Daleks, that's thrown a wrinkle in.
Yes, apparently a stalkless one.
Right. Okay.
Was it the cult of the Heavenly Eye or something?
Harbinger.
Hang on. I actually have that written down. The cult of the Heavenly Harbingers.
Yep.
You were close. Cult of the Heavenly Harbingers. I think I might be able to know something about that. Finally, that is a nat 20. He taps, and what pops up is stuff about it. There's the cult of the Heavenly Harbingers, and the origins of this particular cult didn't start in the 1400s like you assumed. It started way earlier than that. It started in the 400s of the British Isles. That's when it started.
Okay, well, that's unfortunate.
Oh yeah. And it shows, well, it doesn't show the members of this cult. You do see a name that's very familiar to you. You see the name Aurora as one of its members. And it looks like she has been there since the beginning. You do see a different name that you don't know, but Kenny might.
Yep.
This one has the name Thorin Stinstool the Hunter.
Yep.
You'll see that name. Tress is looking at this and sees that name, although you don't know who that is.
Yes, my.
Yeah, you do, but you're not looking at that screen.
No, he overhears and he says, "Oh, that oaf
Yeah.
again."
No, this is not being said. I think Tress is just reading this on the.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought I was over the shoulder, kind of like listening.
No, you've gone somewhere else.
Okay.
You're trying
yeah,
to.
I'm working with the oscilloscope. That's right. So I'm not in the
Right.
scene. Got it.
Yes. So, Tress, You see one name that you recognize and one name that you don't. What do you do with this
Her-
information?
I mean, her face goes back to World Destroyer mode.
Ah. Jack sees this and goes, okay, Spill, what happened in 2024? I mean, this has nothing to do with my future. Well, it might have to do something with my future, but what happened?
Don't worry, you weren't involved.
I know I wasn't involved.
Anyway, she says they were trying to
Hmm?
they were doing unpleasant things to Rachel.
Okay.
There is something about Rachel that you need to know.
What? Yeah, okay. So, what were they doing to Rachel to make you to react like that?
She whispers it in his ear because I'm not getting us any kind of demonetized or anything.
Right. You basically explain exactly
Yup.
what you. Okay. You do exposition in his ear.
Yes.
Okay, that's fine. You are fine. Okay. After you explain to him, his eyes kind of his eyes go wide, looks you up and down. No wonder you want to. No wonder you're in that mode. It's rare that I see you that angry. And you're saying that delightful person over there was the person that they did this to?
She nods.
Very well. Right. Okay. Looks like you're going to need my help a little bit more on this particular part of your mission. At least to keep her safe. I think she needs an extra bodyguard. And where else are you going to find a more suave bodyguard? And he smiles.
Do you want me to answer that honestly?
He shrugs.
She grins.
While Kitty and Rags does the old married couple, these two are doing the
GBF.
very much so. Very much so.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see.
But yeah, I will say for the first time ever in their history,
Mm-hmm.
Jack actually sees a weapon on her. It's a whip, but you know, she is carrying an actual weapon now.
Oh yeah, and now that you've explained, because that was going to be his next question: is why do you have that? But now that you've explained kind of what happened, he doesn't have to ask that question anymore. He pretty much knows why you have that.
Mm.
Oh yeah.
And, yeah, she'll. So, do we have an address for these people?
Well, apparently. Well, if you like the same song, you'd use same second verse, same as the first. And he points to the address. Oddly enough, it's the same place that you guys were in 2024.
Yeah, she just looks and says out loud, Jack, Kent, Rachel, we're leaving.
All right.
Oh, okay. He says, one on. He turns off the oscilloscope. Coming. Come along, honey.
Uh,
We have
uh,
work to do.
Ah. Right. Right. And you hear her, and William, she's the only one that hears her say this. You hear her go, work, work. And you hear her kind of a girlish giggle.
Yep.
Yeah, she's going to have, basically, she's gonna have Jack go back out to the manor.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
She's not letting Aurora go this time.
Okay.
And this
Just
time, Williams would like to ask Jack
okay.
if he can requisition if they have the means,
Mm.
basically a military truck or a Red Cross truck, basically. Because that would be around during this time, if I'm correct.
Well, I mean, you guys already have the Jeep.
Yes, but
The
he
Jeep
wants
is-
it to be equipped with like lots and lots and lots of medical gear and guns. Lots of guns.
I knew you were going to go for that quote.
hmm
This isn't the Matrix.
The more boomsticks, the better.
Yeah, Trish just looks at him and says, "This isn't the bloody Matrix."
No, but we don't know what we're going up against, and I honestly don't want to lose my wife again. Looking at Rachel and kind of wrapping his arm around her waist.
Your gun
Politely.
should be sufficient. And as far as medical treatment, she just looks at everyone and says, "I'm not a doctor."
But you play one. He
Well, I
says.
do.
So play your part.
I think that they're playing a part of someone vengeful.
He sighs. Be fine. If you could pack a Red Cross truck with the essentials we need to complete the mission, that would be great. Thanks, Jack. As he sighs and heads out the door with his wife. Air quotes.
Yeah. That's unfortunate.
Mm.
But yeah, once it's all loaded and everything. So.
And Jack goes, you know, I have always wanted to do one of these types of things with you. And I have already dispatched a group that's keeping an eye on your how do I put this? Place of healing, and of course he's putting the quotation marks. In case people need help and to keep other people from, stealing it.
It's greatly appreciated.
And this particular group already knows that I can't refuse at least two pretty women to go on a mission all on their own, even if they do have a very capable
Oh, please, we both know 2 X's ago it was an fucking don't start.
I know. But are you going to deny me fun?
As long as you're not a bigger prima donna than I am.
Me be a bigger prima donna than you. And he rolls his eyes.
She just side eyes him like,
Bitch, please.
yeah.
Yep.
Who's driving, by the way?
Jack. Jack is driving.
Okay, yeah.
This is before you guys get into the
Yeah.
vehicle.
And
Uh,
Kent says, "Okay, I thought I was the. And I thought I matured when I was in my 30s. Nothing has changed." As he
Rags
hops
kinda,
into the back and helps
yeah,
Rags up.
yeah. Rags kind of goes, well, if we're the old married couple, those two are the BFFs, or the crazy BFFs.
You can say that again.
I've been since the year 5145.
So
Okay, you two, go get a room.
would I accurately describe you as a chaos goose? As this is now the
Kent,
vehicle has actually
yeah.
started.
Kent says, "Trust me, you don't want to meet a chaos goose. I've tussled with one before on
That's not
Honkator
what
Prime, and that was
that Jack's definitely one hand on the wheel and occasional glance on the road type of a driver. Yeah.
yes."
I mean, he's immortal. She has 12 lives.
Yep.
You know,
Mhm.
the amount of safety, self-preservation is not strong in this group.
Seatbelts? What seatbelts? They weren't invented yet.
They really weren't. There are
That's
no
true.
seatbelts in this Jeep.
No, well, that's true.
Yeah.
Hang on.
I have a quiz for people in chat. If you can identify who was the first company that still exists today to invent the seatbelt.
Fairly sure it was Ford.
No, that is incorrect.
Fair enough.
The seat belt, also known as the safety belt, which is what that is actually called.
Mm-hmm.
Seat belts were invented by the English engineer George Cayley to use in his glider in the mid-19th century.
Yes, but seatbelts were invented, like the actual cross belt, like the 3-point seatbelt. That's what I was referring to. Or, according to historical records, the first. Go ahead.
Okay, hang on a second.
Yep.
Nash was the first national car manufacturer to offer seat belt as a factory option in its 1949 models.
Mm-hmm.
They were installed in 40,000 cars, but the buyers did not want them and requested that dealers remove them.
Yep.
Ford offered seatbelts as an option in 1955, but they were not popular. The first modern 3-point seatbelt, the so-called CIR Griswold restraint, commonly used in consumer vehicles, was patented in 1955 by the Americans Roger W. Griswold and Hugh de Haven.
Well, damn.
Yeah. I pulled up the thing on the seatbelts on Wikipedia. That's what I'm reading. Yeah. Saab introduced seatbelts as standard equipment in 1958. Vandefall, the Swedish national electrical utility, did a study for fatal on-the-job accidents among their employees. I think this is what you were talking about.
Yep.
Yeah.
But Volvo was actually the company who invented the seatbelt. Lemon Twist got it right. That's
Fair
where
enough.
it first originated from.
Yeah.
Yeah. and they release the patent that is correct for free
Yeah.
to the general public.
Yep.
Now back to the game.
Hey, I wanted to read what I saw on the Wikipedia, which is granted almost anybody could change that, but
Yep. And don't worry,
Oh.
Lemon, you will get your extra rewards once I figure out how to do that.
But yes, at the moment there are no seatbelts in this Jeep, so you guys are bouncing around every which way.
So, yeah.
So as you guys are going, Jack goes, "So, do we have a plan, lovelies? Or are we just going to go in there guns blazing?"
I highly doubt going in there guns blazing would be a good idea, hun. It would be
This is-
Honestly,
unwise.
the rest of them are innocent. I want the Santarin and Aurora.
Well, you don't know about the Centaur.
Okay. Well then,
Okay.
the
You want
Aurora.
Aurora. Yeah, you want Aurora. Do you mention the other name that you saw on the list? Tress.
If it doesn't ring any bells for her, then no.
Okay. That is fair. Okay, so are we? I want to echo Jack's question. I mean, do we have a plan?
Well, we obviously can't infiltrate again. So I plan to walk through the front door.
Okay, now that's fair. But what are you going to do once you get in there? I mean, that's going to be swarming with people, and probably not very nice people.
Well, that's why I brought Kent with me. He says.
Oh, okay, Kent and Jack, I would imagine. Or are you leaving Jack with me?
Well, see, with Jack, I can do this. Jack, if you do go with her, make sure you take all the bullets.
And he
Please.
smiles. And he smiles. You know I will. Wait a minute, does she know what I am?
She has no idea.
Oh, this will be fun! She knows what you are, right?
Yes. Oh, and for the record, she's a mythological creature.
She's a what?
She's a kobold.
I love this. I love this. Okay. I'm going to take that role. He looks at you like you've lost your last marble and it's rolling across the floor.
She looks around, sees that they're, in the country,
Mm-hmm.
and she'll look back at Rags and say, "Can you please hand me your perception filter for a moment?"
All right. Do you really think that's a good idea? I mean, remember the last time we tried this and someone screamed and was shaking a broom at me?
Perhaps
Yes,
maybe
that
pulling
one-
over would be a good idea before you do that, hun.
No, I think this is fine.
While we're
Okay.
driving.
Weirder. Jack seemed weirder, she says, and she'll take the perception filter and let Rags be all lizardy and bronze.
Okay. Jack, who's, I mean, this thing, I'm assuming has
Or
a...
copper. She's copper, yeah?
Yeah, she's copper. Jack looks at her. The Jeep stops abruptly.
That's fair.
This is where we need seatbelts, yes.
Oof.
Now, you two in the front, it doesn't affect you as much
Mhm.
because you're at the front of the vehicle.
Yep.
I'm going to have both Williams and Rags roll a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, let me character. At least it's dexterity, nothing else.
Oh God! Okay, I'm keeping that. That's
Two.
gonna be funny.
Thank fucking God. 19 plus 2, 22.
Okay, yeah,
21.
yeah, right. Williams,
Yep.
you don't go anywhere. The Jeep, does the abrupt stop. Kind of
Yep.
goes a little bit up and then down.
Yeah, yep.
You don't go anywhere. The two people in the front don't go anywhere. Rags, this is the reason why you need seatbelts.
Through the windshield.
No, remember this is an open air.
Oh God, yes. through what would be the windshield.
No, she goes over the windshield.
Oh yes.
Remember, she
Tress-
doesn't weigh all that much.
Oh yeah,
Can
that's
Tress
right.
reach out and grab her tail?
Roll me a dexterity. Just dexterity check. Not a saving throw.
17.
You are nimble enough to grab her tail as she flies over your head.
Sorry.
I like how the camera moved even when you did that. Like she was being thrown.
She'll
I do
she'll-
enjoy that.
she'll let Rags catch her footing on the hood of the Jeep and then let go of her tail.
Now, Jack has a full view of her. What in the heavens are you? Hi.
Oh,
Hi. As I said before, my name is Rags, and like Tress said, I'm a kobold.
Williams
This,
leans around the corner, looking at Jack and says, "Trust me, you don't want to see what I look like."
well, the thing is that
he knows what you look like, sort of. He dated one.
Oh yeah, that's right.
yeah, that's true. That's true. At this point, Jack's jaw drops. Just kind of for a few seconds. Just okay. So I've got to wrap my brain around that. I don't think I've ever seen something like that.
Like,
Okay,
It is
her.
not a thing. It is a living creature. You hear from the back of the Jeep.
I mean, I've seen a lot of aliens and mechanical things. Throughout this. I was a time agent for many years before it all broke apart and whatever. But I don't think in any of my experience have I ever seen that. And he puts his hand out and points to Rags.
it's all. I do understand your weirded outness. I too, when I first met her, I wasn't sure myself, and when my people aren't sure, something's wrong.
To be fair, Lemon, he has not said a single bad word. But I get your meaning, Lemon. She's just kind of okay. Well, I mean, in this world, apparently, I am some mythical creature. Apparently, I'm German. And she does the non-committal, yeah, kind of, the shrug. But where I come from, Lady Mary says that I am from a game called Dungeons and Dragons. Technically, I am a dragon adjacent creature. And when I try to explain that to people, well, if they do know of the game, then they know what I am. But apparently, this world doesn't have that, so it's a little bit harder to explain.
Imagine a lizard that doesn't breathe fire that can walk and talk. Ken says.
Right, Jack kind of looks back at you and goes, that doesn't make it any better. Just knowing that there is a dragon, which dragons are also mythical creatures.
Yes, but this one doesn't breathe fire, so you're
Honestly,
safe.
honestly, Jack, we really have no room to get this super worked up about it. We know Vestra.
Fair enough. Rags, right? Uh-huh. Back in the Jeep. Oh, right.
Oh,
right.
and here you go. She hands the filter back.
Well, the thing is that first she has to climb back into the back seat before she gets the filter, because her suddenly becoming, an adult, that's going to look really weird. So she
It
had
would look comedic.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I can see that. You hand it back to her. She puts it on. She goes back to being, the 40-year-old woman. As in mid, trying to climb over the windshield.
See, yeah. Well, yeah.
Yep. Okay. Climbs over you, Tress, trying very hard not to step on delicate bits. She manages to do it. She sits back down next to her. Well, next to Williams.
I'm
Settles back
sorry
down.
you had to go through that, honey. He says.
Oh, don't you dare start!
He looks ashamed.
Now I'm glad I dressed them differently.
Very much so.
It's like a mother arguing over twins. I'm glad I dressed them differently.
Yes.
Because just
You tell them you can now tell them apart.
Because it really do sound like an old married couple arguing, or yes, you're right, a twin brother and sister going, he's touching me. Trust me, I could do either one, and they sound almost the same.
Yep.
Yeah.
And as she settles back down and, kind of resettles, Jack shakes his head, looks at you, Tress, goes, well, as I keep saying, it's always going to be interesting when you're around, Tress. And this is certainly going to be an interesting adventure. As he turns back on the Jeep speeds off. The camera follows the Jeep as it goes down and disappears, down the road. The camera does the pinhole wipe. And that, my dear friends, is where we're ending today's episode.
Thanks for joining us here on Time Treaders, Protectors of Time. I am Kenny Williams, now Kent Williams. And I am played by Patrick Kenny, aka RT Studios, PA Kenny USA. And I'm going to pass it over Not to Tress yet, but to my lovely wife.
No, pass it to Tress, and then the Tress
Okay.
pass it to me. You...
Go ahead, Tress. Sorry, I didn't mean to be it that way.
Yeah, you did. It's okay.
I should.
I am Win. I played the songstress, and yeah,
Welcome to World War II.
I think this is where we find out that maybe the apple didn't fall so far from the tree.
No, it rolled
Very
down the
much
hill and hit another apple that fell out of the same tree.
And I have been your wonderful time master. I played Rags. I played Jack very convincingly, I think, because I know more about the actor than the actor and the character more than some of the other ones. So I hope I did Captain Jack Harkness justice, at least with his reactions. And yeah, I also stream. I stream from Tuesday to Friday, from 2 Central Daylight Time to 5. So please come and watch me over on my channel. And I do believe that is it, because next week I will not be here. I will be on
Training.
Yeah, I'll be training because I just now picked up 3 new heroes.
Yeah, she'll be on her training seminar.
Yep.
With Aurora. Not that Aurora, another Aurora. I hope.
Oh yeah, we have way too many Auroras.
Yeah, it's a common name in this timeline. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for joining us here on Time Traders, Protectors of Time. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time in a time and place. And be prepared, because what are our heroes up to next time in the world of New Genesis? Find out on August 10th when we return to Heroes Core Season 3, New Genesis, Bloodlines, Episode 2. Until then, be empowered to play, and always make sure you put your parking brake on and wear your seatbelts. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
See ya.
Stay tuned after the show because we'll be raiding in to one of our friends after a short commercial break from one of our sponsors. Thanks for joining us here on Time Traders, Protectors of Time. See you in time and space.
I'm not sure. Spending time far away was never what I meant to do for us. Even though you're okay, I wish that I could give you all of me for you to see. I'm not sure that we can keep getting robbed of emotion. Bide our time and proceed to calculate in the equation all this time that we bleed to keep getting robbed of emotion. Lives fly by as we proceed.
Over the past 5 decades, the Pegasus Travel Company has strived to deliver the highest standard of travel excellence our customers have become accustomed to. But this time, we've gone from being ordinary to truly extraordinary. From breathtaking views, premium fine dining, and exquisite services, it's no wonder our company soars above the rest. However, this time, we want to invite you to experience something truly unique. Something otherworldly, something breathtaking. Introducing an experience that surpasses all emotion, all expectations, leaving you speechless. in all senses of your imagination, introducing a sensation that soars above them all and brings harmony to us all. Welcome aboard the Harmony of the Stars. Be attuned to every wonder, exclusively available from the Pegasus Travel Company. Tickets available now for our maiden voyage across the stars. Book now while space is available. Visit our website at www.pegasustravelgroups.com/home/harmony to learn more about this amazing once-in-a-lifetime experience. Soar towards the stars this March during our maiden voyage on March 9th and become part of the Harmony of the Stars. The Harmony of the Stars, exclusively flying in the Star Citizen Staten star systems. Limited cabin spaces available. Book now while supplies last. Pegasus Rewards members can now receive access to this vessel as part of our newest travel offer. Use promo code HARMONY924 to receive complimentary tickets and free passage aboard the only starship in the Star 5i Citizen galaxies. The Harmony of the Stars, by the Pegasus Corporation. Soar towards something new.
Every hero needs their armor. For me, it was the Heroes Core New Genesis collection from RTE Studios that changed the game. Picture this, donning my Kratos Sprint jersey, feet decked out in matched HCS3 themed flip-flops, all while strategizing over my next move on a stunning themed desk mat. This gear didn't just up my comfort, it transformed my gaming environment. So, why wait? Experience the same elevated game night I did. Buy now and dive into your story with the right gear, feeling every bit the hero you are meant to be. See for yourself how these products finesse your gameplay and inspire your adventures.
Hey everyone! Ever stumbled upon a treasure trove of gaming that just blew your mind? That's exactly what happened to me with RTE Studios on Twitch. This is seriously the hotspot for Dungeons & Dragons enthusiasts and tabletop RPG lovers. What hooked me was how they blend epic storytelling with gameplay, transforming each session into an unforgettable adventure. It's not just watching, it's feeling empowered to join the saga with your buddies. So, if you're ready to dive into a world where every game tells a story, hop onto RTE Studios on Twitch. Get ready to explore, engage, and be empowered. Don't just take my word for it, check it out and experience the adventures firsthand. RTE Studios, a place where you can always be empowered to play.